Zahara Heckscher is with us. She's been on the program before. She's a writer, educator, social justice advocate. She's also a cancer patient who would be hurt by the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And she was arrested yesterday at the anti-TPP action at the PhRMA headquarters here in Washington, D.C. PhRMA, of course, the big lobbying group for the drug industry. Zahara, welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much for having me back, Tom. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Well, thank you. Tell us what happened yesterday, and just in general what's going on with the TPP and how it will affect you and other cancer patients.
Okay, thanks. Yesterday was World Cancer Day, so cancer patients like me, our loved ones, and also our allies got together outside the offices of PhRMA to say no to the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and that's specifically because the TPP is a threat to cancer patients and our ability to access the drugs we need to stay alive. The TPP would lock in these awful policies that keep cancer medicine prices extremely high, so high that not everyone who needs them can actually access them. And that's why we call the TPP a death sentence, and that's why that, along with another patient after the rally outside, we actually snuck in and got arrested at PhRMA. Why PhRMA? PhRMA because PhRMA, as you said, it's the lobbying arm of the pharmaceutical industry, and they've been lobbying for these really dreadful extra monopolies for biological medicines. In the TPP, they're still fighting to tighten up the regulations, even though the TPP was signed yesterday, not ratified, but signed. And they continue to advocate for policies that we think threaten the health and lives of cancer patients.
Right. The signing of the TPP in Auckland, New Zealand, yesterday or the day before, there's been a virtual news blackout on it. The few references that I have seen to it in the press the implicit message was the TPP was just signed. This thing is all over. There's no droids in this car. Go back to work. Go back to home. Go have a drink or whatever. But in fact, the battle has really just begun in a big way, right?
You're absolutely right about that. And while the media has had some sort of whiteout, the mainstream media has not been covering this very much in the grassroots and even in the policy discussion circles. This is a very live issue. So the countries that signed it, that isn't what puts it into effect. The countries have to ratify it. And in the United States, that means Congress has to vote on it and approve it. So as cancer patients, our message to Congress is vote no. This is bad for people with cancer and other serious illnesses. It's bad for the U.S. economy. And, of course, it has other effects, negative effects on workers and the environment. So you'll see that people are getting pretty riled up as they learn more about the TPP. I think some reporters think this is just an issue for the business pages. And, I think as a cancer patient, this is an issue that everyone needs to be concerned about, whether or not you read the business pages. If you have cancer, if you know someone with cancer, if you have another serious illness, if you know someone with a serious illness, you should be concerned. Yeah. If you pay taxes, that, of course, some of our taxes go to pay for government programs that cover medical expenses and prescriptions, you should be concerned. Many of these medicines cost $100,000 or more because of the monopolies, and the TPP is going to lock in those monopolies. It's going to hurt all of us in the pocketbook, and some of us it's going to hurt at the doctor's office.
Yeah. I had a caller into the program earlier who offered a strategic suggestion that I wanted to run by you because it sounds brilliant, but you're in the middle of this fight, and I'm just an outside observer. I mean, I've been opposed to the TPP in every trade deal from the get-go all the way back to 92. But her suggestion was, she said, we could leverage off all the energy around the Democratic run for president Both Senator Sanders and Secretary Clinton have disavowed the TPP. Bernie has aggressively worked against it. But there are no senators and just a few members of Congress who have endorsed Bernie, and all of the members of Congress who have endorsed Bernie are members of the House Progressive Caucus, which itself opposes the TPP. But on the other hand, every single woman in the Senate, and I believe most of them in the House, or many of Democrats, with the single exception of Elizabeth Warren, have endorsed Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton has said she's no longer in favor of the TPP. So what if there was a major lobbying effort, as it were, or a guerrilla theater embarrass her into doing it effort to get Hillary Clinton to say to her supporters in Congress, if you want to support my presidency, please vote against the TPP, to get her to just say that out loud? What do you think?
Tom, on the one hand, the thing is the TPP is not a partisan issue. It's not just progressives that are opposed to TPP. As you probably know, Trump has opposed it, and a lot of the Republicans, while we might not agree with them on everything, have taken a very principled stance because of the anti-democratic provisions.
Right.
So it's not just something for progressives.
No, I get that.
Having said that, I think the key point you're getting at here is Hillary Clinton's opposition to the TPP has been tepid. Mm-hmm. And I think all of us need to encourage her to be as outspoken against the TPP as possible, to let her and other candidates know, for that matter, that we consider this as a key issue when we're voting. And yes, for her to make stronger statements, to ask her allies in Congress and the Senate to join her in opposition, I think that would be very important, and that's a really good ask for people who are involved in the Democratic Party, have connections with Hillary, or just care about the issue.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't limit it to Hillary. I think we need to be getting all of the presidential candidates on record against the TPP. Most of them are, but we need to get all of them on record against the TPP, and we need to get all of them doing more than saying something, but actually taking action. So I love the idea of getting Hillary to take some leadership on opposing.
If she would do that, I'm guessing that Claire McCaskill and Dianne Feinstein and a few of the other kind of conservadem who have endorsed Hillary Clinton are probably going to vote for TPP. And if she were to ask them not to, I'm guessing that they wouldn't. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
I think it's a strategy worth trying. I mean, I was willing to put my body on the line and get arrested trying. I think we need to do use all the strategies we can, all of the above. Asking Hillary Clinton to take a stronger stand and push her allies is very important. I think as more people understand the actual effect this is going to have on treating cancer, especially breast cancer,
right,
women are going to get more involved, because 1 out of 8 of us is going to get diagnosed with breast cancer in our lifetime. And if these wonderful new drugs coming down the pipeline are not even accessible, what's the use of having the medicine? So it's something really, really important for women. I mean, for everyone, but women in particular, women who have breast cancer, women who love someone with breast cancer. We need to do everything we can to educate our members of Congress. And yes, I actually think some of them, when they learn more about this, the technical details,
they'll wake up. Zahara, hang on just a second here. We're going to get stepped on.
Is the Thom Hartmann Program.
This guy always does it. Okay, Zahara Heckscher, her website, ZAHARAHECKSCHER.com. It'll be on ThomHartmann.com. Thank you, Zahara. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.